Hey guys, welcome to another IQ Live show. I am so happy to have you here. Today, we're basically roasting Kody Brown. I couldn't think of anything other than the word that kept coming to my mind today is just he's such a dork. He is so infuriating. He is so clueless. Just like the man is a turd, okay? And that's basically what we're going to go over today. That's all I have. Like I should have come up with something more eloquent, but I don't have it. I don't have it in me. Um, why did I say eloquent? I feel like that's a Michelle Visage thing. Elegant? No, eloquent. That's what I did mean. Okay. Anyway, there's a lot that we need to go over. There's some things that he said that were just odd. And so we're going to go over that. Thanks, Sarah. Good to see you. Sarah K said the biggest dork. That is being nice. Yeah, I guess so. That's how I see it right now. But there's some things that we really have to go over, maybe some things that you missed. And I thought that we would just kind of go over it together, see what you thought. By the way, you want to stay tuned because I have a surprise for you later on. As soon as it makes sense to play it, there is a remix that I have been dying to play. And I want to know if you even think that you know what it is. You'll see. You will see. Thank you, Shannon. Shannon said, so glad to catch a live. Love you, girl. I love you right back. And thank you for being here with us. I love our little shows. I love our time together. It's so much fun. Okay. So I want to go over Jen's theory for a second because a lot of you were basically saying, and Jen, I'm talking about Mary's friend, Jen, and this is all about Kody. So don't worry. This is just about Kody, but they were talking about Kody. And Jen has a theory about Kody specifically. And I want to know if you agree, if you disagree, because I've heard in the comment section even before that it seems like there's a little bit of a debate, but I want to know what side you're on. So let's listen to what she has to say, and then we will continue. I see everyone filtering in. I love it. Thanks for being here.
There you have.
I'm cautious because I don't think it was like intentional manipulation.
I don't either.
I think that Kody decided that he had this new person that was like this new insider with him, and that it just became them against everybody else.
Okay, so basically, this is Jen's theory. Kody decided that he had a new insider, and then he made it them against everyone else. Do you guys agree with her theory, or do you not? Do you agree with that, or do you not? Because I am on the side. Go ahead and put it in chat, or put it in the comment section if you are a replay watcher. But what I think is, I love a good theory, but I have one of my own, and it's not on Jen's page at all. What I think is that, I don't know. What are you going to do? Like, here's the thing. Here's what I think. I just think that Kody, I don't think that it's, how do I say this? I feel like Kody didn't necessarily want to have a us versus them type of thing. I think Kody just wanted Robyn. I think that after like some 20 odd years of marriage, he was ready for the next shiny thing. And I feel like he really had to kowtow in the beginning, trying to get Robyn into the family, because the biggest reason in order for Robyn to be in the family was to get people on board. Okay, we know Janelle is pretty much low maintenance, so he didn't really have to work too hard on her. So he really probably had to bend over backwards for Mary and Christine. And I'm sure they knew that they had some power at that point because he was in a position that he had to beg, right? And so I'm sure that they were more demanding with what they wanted, with their time, with him. They were probably dangling him on a little stick, right? And Kody had to jump through a lot of hoops in order to get Robyn. Okay. Do you guys remember Kody fed into Mary's dirty little secret, quote unquote? If you don't remember what I'm talking about, or if you're new to this, the dirty little secret was what Mary wrote in her book, basically saying how she really liked that she was able to kind of go behind the wives' backs with Robyn, and that Robyn and Kody would kind of do things together for a while. And she felt like it was bonding, like her and Kody, after years of not bonding and kind of growing apart, they were becoming closer because they were bonding with Robyn, and they had this little trio going on. Okay. And so I think that he at least attempted to act like he cared with Mary, but then as soon as the word was out and he was officially spiritually married, I mean, it kind of just went down the tube from there. And the same with Christine. I feel like he acted like he cared in the beginning. He tried to make things work in the beginning, which gave him some time. But here's the thing. I think that he finally got what he wanted. And now he's thinking, you know what? There's nothing you guys can do about it. What are you going to do? You're going to send the kids back? You're going to send the wife back now? It's not happening. And if we're going to go with the theory that Kody really never loved the OG3, and I think that that's debatable. I don't know. I feel like he's trying to rewrite history with his bruised ego to try to bruise other egos and hurt some feelings, but I don't know. I'm not sure about that. But what I do know is this whole thing, like once he got Robyn, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of this analogy where, you borrow money, or you give money to a stranger, right? You're borrowing money to a stranger or a person that you don't know really well, or hell, someone that you do know, even family members. And then comes the time they're super grateful. You're like, yes, here, I'm going to give you the money here. It's a loan. You've borrowed it and I'm going to give you X amount of time to pay it. And they're super grateful, right? They're so appreciative. They're so nice then. And then sometimes when you want it back, it's like sometimes it's hard to get a hold of. When they were begging for the money, they were calling you every 2 minutes. They were always available when you needed to talk. And now that you gave them money, it's what? The ghost town? You never see them. They start giving you attitude. They start getting annoyed or offended when you have to pester them to ask for your money back. This is kind of what it reminds me of. But my point is I'm wondering if it's not even as Jem portrays it. But I feel like it's like he didn't even give a damn anymore because he finally got what he wanted and he no longer had to jump through hoops. He was able to have the best of both worlds. Keep the OG3 around, which gave him access to his old family in the form of his children. If he didn't care about his wives, he cared about his kids, and he cared about what his kids thought about him. So, the kids couldn't necessarily be mad at him because he was still being a dutiful father, quote unquote. If he was living in the household, if he was still around, he could still get his cake and eat it too. But I mean, essentially at the end of the day, he ran off with a new family with his wife's blessings. That's really what I think. So what is your theory? What do you think about that? Do you agree with Jen? Do you agree with what I'm saying? A little bit of both? Something completely different? I want to know what you guys have to say about that because I thought that was really interesting. Also, Kody, he's the man who isn't run by any of his wives, that Robyn doesn't call the shots, right? I picked up on this and I want to know if you guys picked up on it too. This actually kind of made me laugh. I want to know if you pick up on it. Watch this.
And people become enthusiastic about a subject. I'm very enthusiastic about your mother and certainly about all of you special people. I don't think you'll ever have an experience like what you just had, though.
Did you catch Robyn's stank face? What is so interesting about this is this could be a meme, but it can also be a still shot for basically a summation of their entire relationship. This is it. It's Kody says something dumb or something that Robyn doesn't agree with. She passive aggressively and silently will correct him, if not now, in the future, behind closed doors or whatever, and he will eventually mimic whatever words that she wants him to say or convince him that that's what he needs to say. But this face, like seriously, this screenshot to me is the best summary of their relationship that it can be. Look at Kody. He's like oblivious over there, saying something dumb, and Robyn is always like a hawk, listening to every single word. So I hope you like that. But Robyn's stank face is here to stay because it's just an embodiment of what we need to see. So I thought that was actually really funny. I like it. Thank you. Like number 17. I appreciate that. Okay. Now I wanted to get to a clip that basically they're going to discuss next episode. But I thought that it was very interesting, and it's something that we haven't really talked about. Robyn said something, and then Kody said something. We'll go over it in a second. But this all has to do with polygamy. Okay? And basically the future of polygamy. And they said a couple of things that I thought was really interesting that obviously is going to be topic of discussion for the rest of the season. So let me see if you noticed this. Let me play this.
Our kids have joined our church. Do you ever sit there and you wish we were in a plural relationship? They've had some concerns about whether or not having one wife would be enough for him.
Oh, boy. Oh, man, that is so loaded.
Okay, so my question is, do you think that Robyn and Kody are going to continue with polygamy? What I find really interesting is that Robyn is still, and we have to do a little bit of math here, but Robyn is still saying our church. Like, our children are not going to our church. Like, she's not saying former church. She's not saying our past church. She's saying our church as in present. So, are they going to try polygamy? That's my question in the future. And even if, I know we've talked about it before, even if they're not serious about it, that would be a great storyline for them. Even if they're just like looking for a wife. Hold on. Joanne said they won't stay in the polygamy church. You don't think so, Joanne? Thank you, Sarah K, for the $1.99 super chat. Sarah K said, oh, you want to play Teflon Queen tonight? I have to find it. Okay. All right, Sarah. I will at the end, okay? Thank you. Thank you so much. I just need to find it. Okay. So what do you guys think? Do you think that it's going to happen? Because, yeah, let me just play this again. Let me play the beginning of what Robyn said. She said it like present tense. This is our church.
None of our kids have joined our church.
None of our kids have joined our church. I feel like she's still kind of in limbo. And then I want to see, hold on. I want to hear what else she said here.
Relationship. They've had some concerns about whether or not having one wife would be enough for him.
Okay. I wonder if she's ever going to ask him directly in that way. Like, is one wife enough for you? Wouldn't that be interesting I can't wait to hear this conversation because I hope it's not just edited. I hope that it's an actual direct conversation. And I would love to know what he says, you know? Because it just seems like to me, Robyn's not necessarily ruling it out. And the reason I say that is, why would she even stay in that church then? That seems like her beliefs. And she keeps making it where it's like this difference. She likes to point out the differences. Well, this is not how our church does things. When my girls are getting baptized at this church, this is not how we do things. This is not how our church does things. It seems like she's still attached. Yeah, exactly, Carolyn. She's keeping her foot in the AUB door, and I want to know exactly what that's about. You know, so I mean, look at Kody's face here. Look, when he's taking a sip, because she's asking him, like, "Hey, what do you think? What do you think about doing polygamy? What do you think about that?" Watch his face. Hold on. Okay, wait. His face is so creepy here. What do you think? I feel like that is a man that doesn't want to rock the boat, but wants to do it. That is a face of a guilty man. That is not. It's like he seems like he's like, oh my gosh, this is my chance. I need to be careful with what I say. That's funny. Thank you, Sarah K, for the $4.99 super chat. That is awesome. Thank you. Did you notice David's look when Christine talked about Kody in the trunk? Kody in the truck and the camping trip. Yeah, I did, Sarah K. David was not impressed. He's not impressed with Kody at all. But also, he's unfazed. And he does it in a way that you could just tell he's a secure person with himself. He doesn't necessarily have to talk down about Kody. He just is reassuring Christine. And I love that. Like, you could tell Kody is no threat to that man. He's very secure with himself. Agreed. Thank you so much, Sarah. But do you see his crazy eyes here? I just feel like this is going to be an important conversation. Based on his eyes, I don't know, but that's what I'm seeing. He seems like he wants to be very meticulous with his words, right? Hold on. I need to pause it with his creepy eyes because that is going to be your comment, Creole, needs to be said on the crazy eyes. Okay. Kody is always on the stroll for women. That may be why no one knew where he was in Vegas. And remember, wait a second. Wait. What do you mean? That may be why no one knew where he was in Vegas. What do you mean? Expound upon that. I don't know what that means. What do you mean? He was off wandering for a while? What is that about? What do you mean? He went MIA for a while? I remember all his dark thoughts. Do you remember that? Where it seemed like, and I'm putting words into his mouth, but he basically, to me, was implying that he just wanted to go out and cheat and he didn't care about marriage. He had that dark period where he had dark thoughts and he wanted to leave and just start all over. Well, what do you think starting all over is? I feel like that's meeting a woman and starting over with a family. That's Sarah K said it. Yes, his eyes are scary. It reminds me of my ex-stepdad. Oh gosh. Oh no. Oh Lord. Well, I'm sorry about that, Sarah K. Wait, hold on. Caroline said, I've said that forever. I'm sure he was cheating. Wait. Okay, let me go back. Oh, so you're thinking, okay. Creole said every wife said he was never around. Well, except Robyn. Gabrielle. That is so wrong. Kody has cheater eyes. Oh my gosh. You know what? Oh my gosh. You have inspired me. Hold on. I know what I'm doing. Hold on. Cheater eyes. Okay, sorry. I had to take a note because I have a surprise for you guys. I'm just telling you, Gabrielle, you gave me inspiration for something. Can I just say? Oh, Darlene, welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you for supporting the channel as always. Darlene is an OG up in here. Okay, what are you guys saying? Let's see. Joanne said he would take a lover and tell her he was in love with another woman, Robyn. That's right. Yeah, it got even darker than I remember. He said he would take a lover and tell Robyn he was in love with another woman. Maybe that was a point where he was actually, feeling resentful, and maybe there was a little bit of blame on Robyn's part. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, so I cannot wait for the next episode. And they're a conundrum because you know what it reminds me of? We just went over that interview. Well, we didn't just go over it, maybe a month or 2 months ago. Remember when we went over Kody's interview with the Mormon podcast that happened a few years back? And I'm trying to piece together in my mind a timeline of when that happened, because Kody back then, now that when I think about it, he was really kind of not talking bad, but he was talking like he was skeptical of his religion going forward, at least with the AUB. When he was talking to those two guys, it just seemed like, even though he didn't announce it, it seemed like he was searching for other avenues Like, obviously, he's still Christian, but it seemed like he was questioning a lot of what the AUB ascribes. And so, I don't know. That's weird because I feel like this scene that we're watching right now and everything that was filmed, I feel like that happened after the fact. I don't think that that happened during his interview. So, is he changing his mind or is he just going to do what Robyn wants to do? Because this, let me just go back to this. Let me grab it. I told you, this is the story of their lives. Where is it? Let me get Robyn's stank face again. All we need to do is this. Okay, Robyn's stank face. He probably had an idea like, you know what? Let's just, this is the analogy right here. This is what we're looking at. This is Kody on the right, basically saying, you know what? We should leave AUB and we should just, you know, go to a Christian church because I'm having a lot of doubts. And I went on a Mormon podcast and I was talking about it. And then on the left, Robyn is like, I don't think so. Because yeah, it's just weird. He's doing another about face, but once again, he has a puppet master. Okay. And he's the, you know, she's the puppeteer. So I don't know. It's really confusing. And once I get a good grasp on where they stand as far as their religion goes, I am going to know. Let me pull that up. Let me see. Is there a better one than that? Let's see. Let's see. Nope, that's not good. That's not good either. You can't see. I'll just stay there. Okay. What I was saying is that I just want to know where they stand religiously. And then I think we're going to have a really good picture as far as if they're going to try polygamy again. Right? Because they could do it one of two ways. They could actually mean it, or they could know deep down in their heart that they're never going to do that, but they're just putting on a facade and courting women and trying it out. I could see them doing that for a paycheck because we already know that they would pretty much do everything and anything for money. What is the one thing that scares Kody Brown? And he still has very small children. Do you know what I mean? It would be money. Money. You guys know this. So I don't know. It'll be interesting. That's what we're going to have to hold on to. That's what we're going to have to pay attention to. Okay. Now what really pissed me off and really why I'm calling Kody a dork. That's all. That's the only thing. That's all that comes to my mind. There was a lot of conversation about looks on Sunday and we just need to go over it. His looks, the wives' looks. It was all about looks, which is so quintessential Kody. And there's some things that we definitely need to go over. Okay. And I don't even know where to start. There is so much. I think what we're going to do, I think we'll start lighthearted. Yeah. We're going to start lighthearted and then we're going to go into some serious conversations. Okay. That's what we'll do. Yep. Poverty, Kathy. Exactly. Poverty. Yep. 49ers poverty. Agreed. Okay. Let me ask you guys, when you heard about the washboard abs incident again, did you think of our music video? Did you think of our Let's Dance music video? That's what I want to know. When you heard this clip, were you thinking about us? Let me know.
About Janelle only wanting to find a guy with rock hard abs and nice pecs.
And that whole stupid thing about me complaining about the pecs and the rock hard abs, or well, washboard abs, was because Janelle saw me as a piece of meat, not as a husband.
So now we need to get into this man that has talked down publicly to his wives, told the world publicly that he wasn't attracted to some of his wives, right? Is playing the victim, that he was objectified. His body was objectified. Okay. And he was used. Okay. Exactly, Maggie. Exactly. That is exactly how I feel. Sarah K, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Notice Robyn's comment to her daughters about marriage, like being trapped. Really? I didn't pick up on that. Okay, I'll have to watch that again. She was referencing being trapped? I don't recall. That's interesting. Notice Robyn's comment to her daughters about marriage being trapped. I didn't know that. Okay, well, maybe that's like coded language. I will have to pay attention to that, Sarah K. Thank you so much for letting us know. And I'm going to go back and watch that because I did not see that. That's interesting. Okay, so you know what I had to do? We had to do a remix. We had to do a remix, and I'm so excited. Are you guys ready for the world premiere of Let's Dance the remix? Put a 1 in the chat if you're ready. Please put a 1 in the chat if you're ready. Put a 2 in the chat if you're not. And if you put a 2 in the chat, I know why you're saying that because you're being sarcastic. But let me know. Ones, either way, 1s and 2s, even if you put a 2, that means a 1. Okay, I'm so excited about this. And I hope that you guys like it, okay? Here we go. World premiere of the Let's Dance remix. Let's go.
You have buns of steel. My abs are just washboard. I think she thinks I'm hot. I got nice pecs and a great 6-pack abs, but that's all she's interested in. Let's dance. Chanel denies this, but I had a renaissance with Chanel in Las Vegas. My abs are just washboard. Let's dance.
He doesn't have rock hard abs. Just whatever.
I do have buns of steel. I think she thinks I'm hot. I got nice pecs and a great 6-pack abs, but that's all she's interested in. This moment will never come again. My abs are just washboard. I got nice pecs and a great 6-pack abs.
The whole thing, frankly, makes me nauseous.
Chanel denies this, but I had a renaissance with Chanel in Las Vegas. I've given too much. I don't want to live like this anymore.
Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, 49er said, why did I have to walk back into my apartment with this going on? I hope no one saw 49ers. I hope it's just between us and you. Okay. This stays in our little group. Oh, wait, what did Mama Cat say? Sarah K said, Mama Cat, you are so funny. What did she say? Mama Cat. So he doesn't even have a great 6-pack of beer. Mama Cat, that's true. I don't think he even drinks. So that, I know, right? Okay, so you guys need to let me know. Do you like the remix better? Or should we retire the original? And should we only play the remix? I mean, it only gets better and better. Melissa said, Janelle looks like you're full of BS, not washboard abs. I don't understand what this man's obsession is with looks, but this is a theme. This is a theme, and this is why I'm saying that he's a huge, big-ass dork. That's all, like a self-entitled, narcissistic, ego looks driven, just dork, just a dork, delusional. Exactly, Caroline. Put some other adjectives in there that I missed, but just delusional. Oh, Sarita. Secondhand embarrassment. Oh, at this point, I'm not even embarrassed for him anymore. I'm just not. The secondhand embarrassment went out the window like many, many seasons ago. And I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if rock hard abs and all of that is addressed during the tell-all. I don't think it's over. And maybe we'll have more for our music video, okay? But yeah, he's just... Thank you, Gabrielle. Come on, 108 watchers, please press the like. Yes, I would appreciate that. Okay. So there's a lot going on with looks, which is kind of what I wanted to talk about. So we saw Kody, he's like obsessed with his washboard abs. But what's so weird is he says that he doesn't want to be used for his body and his looks and everything, but he puts such emphasis on that with the women, talking about how he wasn't attracted to Christine and obviously pressuring the women to look a certain way. You know, it's either one or another. So anyway, let's start with this. Let's start with Christine talking about looks, and then I totally forgot about something that Robyn talked about a long time ago that really makes sense and puts everything together. And Mary too. Mary's in here too. But okay, let's just listen to this.
No wonder I was constantly wondering and constantly insecure. Because as much as I was comparing, he was also comparing all the time. Getting breakfast made, cleaning up the mess. And honestly, Robyn would be doing her makeup forever and doing our kids' hair and doing her hair and making sure everybody looked good. And then
Okay. So I just want to pause here. We talked about this before, but I mean, this is basically Kody in a nutshell. Like his highlighted coif, him holding not even like a tiny pocket mirror. Like these are mirrors that wouldn't even fit in your bathroom drawer. Do you know what I mean? Like what the hell are these? These are massive mirrors that could be hung on someone's wall. Okay? And he's there so elated that these women, it's already hot, it's muggy, there's bugs. His wife is, I don't even know how many months pregnant. And and this is what he's worried about. Like Christine is bringing up exactly. Oh, I love it, Caroline. Vanity, thy name is Kody. I couldn't have said it any better. There's a lot that can be said, actions, and not necessarily words. The way that this man is grinning and from ear to ear with what his two women are doing, he wasn't grinning ear to ear like that with Christine and Janelle.
Kody would
Putting
sit there
together
and praise how they looked.
everything.
When we've been
Sorry. Let me go back. He wasn't doing any of that when they were slaving away, but he's very proud that they're whatever they're doing here, putting on foundation, a setting spray. I don't know what the hell they're doing, but it's ridiculous. Agreed, Sarah. Oh my God. Melissa said the mirror so he could watch his washboard abs. I don't think there's enough mirrors for this man. I really don't. And true, maybe he's going to hold it up for Robyn, but still, like, what the hell are you doing? All right, so let me just go back. Let's listen to what else Christine said.
Kody would sit there and praise how they looked when we'd been sweating and slaving over the freaking food and cleaning up the campsite. I think that's probably the reason I hated camping so bad.
Kody's always wanted people around him to look good. Like I remember when he and I were first dating, he would take me out and buy outfits because he wanted me to look good. That said, I didn't ever really feel like that he put pressure on me.
Kody's always wanted people around him to look good.
I mean, Kody, that's why I put, it was such a contradiction because I'm thinking, what the hell is she talking about? She just said Kody never pressured her, but then she's saying he always wants them to look good. That is basically tacitly the same thing. You know that he kind of expects that of you. That's kind of the same thing. It's one and the same. That is what he wanted. Do you know what I mean? Oh my gosh, yes, I do. I remember him being obsessed with Robyn being a what was it? Oh my gosh, I was gonna say Vin Diesel. Was it a Diesel gene or something like that? I don't know. Diesel jeans, I think. You guys are so feisty today. But you know what? He makes us like this. I think that's why. So yeah, so I just think that was such a contradiction on Mary's part. I don't know. maybe this is a time where she was still like protecting him. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. All right. But then I remembered something that Robyn said, and now there were a couple of things that make even more sense to me now, which is what I wanted to go over. Okay. So in the vein of looks, in the realm of looks, Robyn said something during one of the tell-alls, one of the earlier tell-alls after Christine left, that makes what we just saw with Kody and his talking about his washboard abs, with Christine talking about how insecure that she felt, how he judged a lot and put a lot of value on looks, and Mary confirmed it, even though she contradicted herself, but basically confirmed it. So that is something that he cared about. Listen to this now, because to me, this puts things into so much more perspective in more ways than one, and you'll know what I'm talking about after I play the clip. So let's watch this and then we'll discuss.
Reject him affection-wise because they are uncomfortable or they don't like it. That's not who they are. When I came into this family, I knew and I saw that when there's stretch marks and there's weight gain and there's like stagnant, you're being stagnant in the marriage, or there's fights or there's money problems or whatever it is, he still had this romance going with each of them. I saw it.
Do you remember how much crap that Robyn got for even saying stuff like that? Because I do. And what's interesting to me is I think who Robyn was talking about here, and it wasn't clear to me before, but it's very obvious, and we've learned it today, that, and even I think this is the one where Sakanya was making fun of Janelle, and she was saying how she was asking Janelle how her and Kody like were basically in a romantic way, and Janelle was like, me and Kody, we're good, and she kind of shut it down, and Sakanya was basically joking like, yeah, we know it's not good. Like, I think we all thought that. We didn't know how deep it went with Janelle and Kody. So with Janelle saying everything's fine and Sakanya kind of joking like, okay, probably not, that's what we were all thinking. Well, we know now. Obviously, their physical relationship is fine. So I'll leave it there. So we know that Robyn wasn't talking about Janelle, right? And I'm not even going to throw Mary in the mix because I feel like we all know. Mary said that she last was with Kody in that way, what, like 10 years ago? And there's a point of no a point of no return. So I don't even think Robyn was really even talking about Mary, because Mary, we already know, would do whatever Kody said anyway. So Mary is not gonna, in my opinion, would not be rejecting Kody, because for so many seasons she was like, all I want him to do is come over. I don't mind if Kody has COVID and comes over to my place. Remember when she was laughing and joking and all of that stuff? So I think that this was talking about Christine, and Robyn doesn't realize it now because I don't think all this information was necessarily, she thought it would come out. But by deduction, after all of these seasons have come out, I think that statement was really all about Christine. And if that's the case, and Christine already feels insecure, and Christine knows that Kody has been judging with looks with the camping, and that she always felt that there was pressure. She said that she always felt like there was pressure to look good. I remember when Christine was changing her looks as soon as Robyn got into the family with like her nails. And then Kody making the proclamation in his book that he wasn't attracted to Christine in the beginning. Like, that's a lot. That's a lot with your ego. Hold on. Joanne said, I snorted at Tina's comment. Hold on. What was it? Now I want to know. Is this it? Mormon underwear would cover all stretch marks. How would she know? Oh, gosh. Oh, I'm assuming that was the comment. So Yeah, I want to play this again because I feel like Robyn, she was probably, she didn't mean to out anyone at the time. I don't think that she would have thought that there'd be enough information to come out that we would be able to deduce who he's talking about. But now just think about what she says with Christine in mind. Okay, let me go back. Let's listen to this and just think about her basically talking about Christine because Janelle and Kody have obviously they're fine. We know that. We just saw Let's Dance. Okay, so let's just go back and listen to this with Christine in mind. Okay, everything that she said about the camping trip, all of that.
Wives reject him affection wise because they are uncomfortable or they don't like it. That's not who they are. When I came into this family, I knew and I saw that when there's stretch marks and there's weight gain and there's like stagnant, you're being stagnant in the marriage, or there's fights or there's money problems or whatever it is, he still had this romance going with each of them. I saw it.
What romance thing? What romance thing could there even be? That doesn't even make any sense to me, because if someone's insecure and they don't want to, and they're rejecting any type of intimacy, what romance is she talking about? Like, she's contradicting herself as well. It makes no sense. Gigi said she couldn't help with breakfast because she was so sick at 6 months prego, but Christine could work day and night when she was ready to pop. Oh my gosh. Gigi, excellent point. I didn't even think about that. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Hand clap for that one. Excellent point. Wow. That actually makes me even more mad. How she used that as manipulation, Okay. Cassidy said, IQ, I agree with you. I've thought it was Christine she was referring to. Look at the anger in her expression and voice. Oh, that's a good point too. Yeah, that's where all of her anger, well, until now with Mary, went. Yeah, it was with Christine. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So the fact that Kody is saying that he feels objectified with Janelle is just ridiculous. He's been basically objectifying his wives since the beginning, And it's so funny because we even heard Janelle in this past episode. Like, I was sitting around and I was waiting for Kody to do things with me, for us to go places, for us to do things together, for us to hang out. Isn't that something other than looking for his washboard abs? But he didn't want it. So you're complaining that Janelle only wanted your washboard abs, but you didn't really want to spend time with her. Janelle said that in this past episode, she would have been miserable if she had waited around for him to go hang out with her and be, partners together and just enjoy each other's time. So he can spare us with all of that, because as much as he's saying he was objectified, he obviously loved the objectification. Otherwise, he would have gone and done things with Janelle. Do you know what I mean? Oh my gosh. You're not far off, Sarah. Sarah K said all he cares about is give me babies and give me money and tell me I'm pretty. Basically. Tell me that I have washboard abs. Tell me I look good. Tell me I'm amazing. I'm a good provider, that I'm funny, that I'm the best dad there is. Right? Ridiculous. He's an absolute dork, and I can't with him. Hold on. Betty said, hey, Betty. IQ, Christine had a birthright in polygamy that couldn't be taken no matter what Robyn did. She still has a relationship with the people that weren't supposed to be in her life now. Yeah, maybe that's part of Robyn's rage too. I don't know. I am not sure, but he's a dork, and I just needed to get that out. Basically, I had a rant. It was a rant about Kody today, and let me see, Sarah. I got you. I need to find. Hold on. You guys talk amongst yourselves. I need to find because Sarah K. Whoa, oops, Sarah K. wanted to hear. Let's see. I need to find it. Oh, it's probably here somewhere. Let's see. I think it's here. I just need to find it. Oh, there it is. No, that's not it. Okay. I'm trying to find it. That's not it. Oh, here it is. Okay, I think this is it. I don't have it ready to go, Sarah. So you caught me off guard. Let's see. Oh, there it is there. Okay. Robyn. Okay, here it is. Wait. Yes, she is. She. Okay, let's see.
Queen. She walks in crying like she's sweet
Dang
and
it.
sweet.
Okay, let's
Nothing
start.
sticks to
her. Robyn is the Teflon Queen. Yes, she is. She is the Teflon Queen.
You lie. That's the reason I call you the Teflon Queen.
She walks in crying like she's sweet and serene. But don't be fooled, Robyn the Teflon Queen. Nothing sticks, nope, not her fault. She could set the house on fire and blame the asphalt. Yeah, Robyn the Teflon Queen, oh, she's never to blame. Dodging guilt like it's part of the game. Pointing fingers with a tear in her eye. Gaslight, glam, and a humble pie lie. Teflon Queen, oh, she's slippery clean. She spins every mess like a drama machine. It's you, it's them, it's never her scene. Crown that girl, Robyn the Teflon Queen. Yeah, she cries, they're all mean, while sipping her tea as Kody storms in like her attack doggy. She starts the storm, then hides from the rain, playing innocent while she drives the train. Accountability, nope, hard pass. She's too busy perfecting her victim sass. Tells a sad story with a sparkle and pout. Christine and Janelle are tapping out. No, Robyn the Teflon Queen, wearing martyr couture. Every single drama, somehow she's pure. If lies were jewels, she'd glitter and gleam, reigning supreme as the Teflon Queen.
Basically, it's a blame game.
Yes, and your mother is the Teflon Queen.
Okay, there you go. There you go. I don't have it ready. I don't have it ready to go. But yeah, I think what we're gonna do. Did you guys like that? What are we gonna do? Yeah, so we had to rant. Wait, hold on. I'm trying. Okay. All right. So what I'm gonna do is was she you think she was drunk? I've never seen Robyn drink. That's interesting. I didn't know she drank. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, we are going to end the night with if we'll do a encore of the remix. Good. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that. That's awesome. You guys loved it. Awesome. I'm glad you liked it. Okay. Okay. So let's do a remix of Let's Dance. We're gonna do an encore, and then I don't know. You know what? We'll do Deadbeat after that. So have a good night, you guys. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you guys so much for coming, and I will see you guys very, very soon. I know it was hilarious today. Chad was on fire, I gotta say. Okay, so let's do this one again. All right, guys, have an excellent night. I'm so glad that we're all back. This is gonna.
You have buns of steel. My abs are just washboard. I think she thinks I'm hot. I got nice pecs and a great six-pack abs, but that's all she's interested in.
Let's dance.
Janelle denies this, but I had a renaissance with Janelle in Las Vegas. My abs are just washboard.
Let's dance.
He doesn't have rock hard abs. Just whatever.
I do have buns of steel. I think she thinks I'm hot. I got nice pecs and a great six-pack abs, but that's all she's interested in.
This moment will never come again.
My abs are just washboard. I got nice pecs and a great six-pack abs.
The whole thing, frankly, makes me nauseous.
Janelle denies this, but I had a renaissance with Janelle in Las Vegas. I've given too much. I don't want to live like this anymore. Tell the whole world. Tell the world. And then go hang out with your buddy Christine.
Each describe Kody in 3 words.
Just 3.
Yes.
Deadbeat.
Okay.
Dad. Sorry, that's 2, but deadbeat dad and deadbeat. He is selfish. Deadbeat.
You haven't seen one of them for a year.
Deadbeat.
This is about a deadbeat dad. You're hurting this family,
Deadbeat.
no one else. You're not loyal, just like your mother. And I was like, okay.
Why are you angry with your children? You haven't seen 2 of them for 5 months.
Deadbeat.
I'm going to move forward and find happiness and joy outside of my club.
Each describe Kody in 3 words.
Just 3.
Yes.
Deadbeat.
Okay.
Dad. Sorry, that's 2, but deadbeat dad and deadbeat.
The rest of the kids don't really have much of any kind of connection with him.
Deadbeat.
You haven't seen one of them for a year.
Deadbeat.
This is about a deadbeat dad.
Deadbeat.
Why are you angry with your children?
You a deadbeat.
Deadbeat. He is selfish. Deadbeat.
He seems to be sort of like, I don't know, like the reality is bewildering to him, kind of.
Deadbeat.
Divorced, and then the father just goes
Deadbeat.
MIA.
A deadbeat dad speaks from prison and explains the question so many people are asking: what went wrong?
I cannot figure out why I'm so angry in plural marriage than men do. And I've seen men leave plural marriage feeling like, 5, 6 wives, never feeling like they had been loved. Plural marriage isn't all beer and Skittles.
Beer and Skittles, 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 Skittles. Beer and Skittles, 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 Skittles. Beer and Skittles, 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 Skittles. Beer and Skittles, 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 Skittles.
Not for men. Not for men. Not for men. Not for men.
there's a different burden that I don't want to sit here and mansplain to you. It's just obvious that it's difficult. You're going to share your husband? Why would you do that? Kody favors Robyn. I don't even like her. We never signed a paper. We never agreed. We never went to our church leaders and said, hey, we're divorced.
Kody and I are divorced.
Would they even allow us a divorce? I'm leaving, so we're divorced. Wait a second, you can't do this to me. That's not even a cool statement. She's running to this person, to this person, to this person, to this person. I just call bull. Screw it. I am really upset by this. Wait a second, you can't do this to me. That's not even a cool statement.
For men.
Kody favors Robyn. Kody favors Robyn. Kody favors Robyn. Beer and Skittles. Skittles, 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 Skittles. Beer and Skittles. Skittles, 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 Skittles. Beer and Skittles. Skittles, 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 Skittles. Beer and Skittles. Skittles, 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 Skittles.
Not for men.
Not for men. Not for men. Not for men. Not for men. Not for men. Not for men.
Kody favors Robyn. I don't even like her. I am really upset by this. Plural marriage isn't all beer and Skittles.